Why are some people so calm, even though they have problems in their lives? Yet they never seem to break down. There's a certain kind of calm that almost feels suspicious. You know the type. Someone says something rude, and they don't react. A situation gets messy, and they stay steady. Everything around them is loud, but they remain quiet inside. And you can't help but wonder, how? Are they just hiding their emotions? Do they even feel things the same way you do? Or is there something they understand that you don't? Because if you're honest, most of the time your mind doesn't feel calm. It feels crowded. Overthinking everything, replaying conversations, imagining worst-case scenarios that haven't even happened. So what makes them different? Let's start with something simple. Imagine this. You send a message, and they don't reply. Minutes turn into hours. Hours turn into a story in your head. Did I say something wrong? Are they ignoring me? Did I mess this up? Now your mood shifts. Your energy drops. You're no longer present. You're trapped inside your thoughts. But that calm person, they see the same situation, and they don't go there. Not because they don't care, but because they don't attach meaning too quickly. That's the first shift. Calm people don't react to events. They respond to reality. And reality is often much simpler than the stories we create. Pause for a second. Think about the last time something small ruined your whole day. Was it really the situation or the meaning you gave it? Here's what most people don't realize. Calmness is not about controlling the world. It's about controlling interpretation. People who stay balanced have trained their minds to do one powerful thing. They question their first thought. Because your first thought is usually emotional, fast, protective, and often wrong. Instead of believing it instantly, they pause. What else could this mean?
That small gap changes everything. Now let's go deeper. Most people react strongly because they're trying to protect something invisible. Their ego, their fear of rejection, their need to be understood. So when something feels off, they react, not to the moment, but to what it represents. Calm people don't carry that same weight. They've made peace with something uncomfortable. Not everything is about them. And that realization is freeing. If someone is rude, it might be their bad day. If someone pulls away, it might be their own struggle. If something doesn't go your way, not always a personal failure. This doesn't mean they ignore emotions. They feel everything, but they don't let emotions decide everything. There's a difference. Here's another moment to pause. Ask yourself honestly,
Do you react to what actually happened or to what you think it means about you? Because that question reveals a lot. Now, think about pressure, deadlines, arguments, unexpected problems. Most people tighten up. Their thoughts race, their body follows. But calm people slow down. Not because the situation is easy, but because they've practiced staying steady when it's not. They understand something most people learn too late. Your reaction is part of the outcome. If you panic, you make things worse. If you stay grounded, you create space for better decisions. It's not magic. It's training. They failed before, overreacted before, lost control before. But instead of ignoring it, they learned from it. So over time, their mind stopped jumping to extremes. Now, here's the part most people miss. Calm people are not always calm on the inside. They just don't let chaos show up as chaos. They process things quietly. They sit with discomfort. Instead of escaping it, they don't rush to fix every feeling. They allow it, and that's why it passes faster.
While others are fighting their emotions, they're understanding them. And that creates balance. There's also something else. They've stopped trying to control everything. People, outcomes, timing. Because they realized control is an illusion that creates anxiety. The more you try to force things, the more unstable you feel. But when you accept uncertainty, you become lighter and strangely stronger. Let me give you a real-life example. Two people lose the same opportunity. One spirals,
This always happens to me. I'm not good enough. Everything is falling apart. The other pauses. It didn't work out. What can I learn? What's next? Same event, different mind, different life.
That's the real difference. It's not about avoiding stress, it's about not becoming it. And here comes the twist most people don't expect. Calmness is not something you're born with. It's something you build. Every time you don't react instantly, you build it. Every time you question your thoughts, you build it. Every time you choose understanding over assumption, you build it. Slowly, quietly, until one day you realize something has changed. The things that used to shake you don't anymore. The situations that used to overwhelm you feel manageable. Not because life got easier, but because you got steadier. So maybe the goal isn't to become someone who never feels chaos. Maybe the goal is to become someone who isn't controlled by it. And if you're still overthinking, still reacting, still feeling unbalanced sometimes, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're in the process. Because calm isn't the absence of emotion. It's the ability to stay with yourself even when everything feels unstable. That is a different kind of strength.